Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid, and I'm joined by Sakane.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, and we've got quite a few turns to go through. We're like 12 turns ahead of this in the game.
Yeah, and also there was a bit of a pause as the bots were being updated, so we it's been a while since we played these turns.
Yeah, it'll probably be good to go back and look through, and that will remind us of our position and
Yeah,
maybe some of what we were thinking.
that's right.
So we're still in the expansion. We have a few battles this turn. This one, which has a lot of dudes and some two blood slaves, but it's versus barbs, and so we're probably going to be summoning imps. Let me put the speed on a reasonable thing so
Is
we can
that
see it.
Barbs or
Oh no,
Deer
it's not
Tribe?
barbs.
Yeah,
It's Deer Tribe. Forgive me. And they are slapping them in the face. Yeah, these Deer Tribe are probably getting repelled a shit ton. Like if you look at it, um, attack.
yeah,
Oh, are they not?
repel.
Okay, repelled. Yeah, repelled, repelled. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then the occasional hit is not going to do anything to a Garm. I think we're lossless here. I don't think we've lost anything so far. We might lose
those
something. This guy might. Oh my god, he's
so brave.
God. They're so big and strong.
I love the sprite is just like even bigger than right.
Yeah.
It's just an epic sprite.
Oh yeah, these guys are size. Oh no, they're size four.
Says for
Okay. I thought for whatever reason I thought they were six. Huh. That's actually kind of better.
yeah, you get more stuff for
'Cause I was thinking
per
we
square.
for later
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have an Earth Gym glut. We'll talk about that then. But I was like, oh, we could do Earth Elementals, and that would trample the guy to our left there,
Mm-hmm.
undead. Anyway, and I was like, oh, we can't. They're size six, but no, they're size four, so they can be trampled.
That's true.
All
Uh,
right, here's another party. This is versus some crossbowmen and heavy infantry.
yeah.
Crossbow's doing some damage.
Yeah, see, we do have one guy in the back who's limp or something.
Yeah.
So he's not participating. And
Oh man.
so
And we lost a lot of dudes. Let's watch
we
this
lost
again.
three, yeah. So
This did
we
not go
brought
as
how many
planned.
did we bring? We brought eight, right? Let's see.
Yeah, we brought eight.
We brought eight, but one of them is not participating, so that's seven,
Yeah, that's a good point.
right?
And you started doing after this because we're a few turns ahead. Some really good things with the scripting to make sure the crippled guys get there at about the same time.
Yeah. So
But
like
we
this
didn't.
is
We didn't do that for this fight.
yeah, exactly. So you can see here the actually it's weird that the in this case the heavy infantry got ahead of the the light infantry.
Well, it's
But
kind of normal actually because they do two javelins. So
oh right, because the javelin. Yeah, sorry, these guys have the javelins. That's why.
let's look at our
But
guys who died. We've lost one already, and
oh, he just
oh my god, he got hit for 25 damage.
in the
Wow,
leg.
that is a 19 damage roll. That's very high.
Yeah, so that's just very unlucky. But
And
then
they
there's
got hit
another.
again with a 27 damage roll. Holy shit. Those are very high damage rolls. Now, this guy's about to eat shit.
Yeah.
He's alone, half health. Yep. And now we're down to five.
But the other thing too is like that heavy infantry squad had epic. I mean, they had epic damage roll, but also epic morale rolls, right? They just haven't
Yeah.
like what we would hope would happen. I mean, we're kind of pushing it, but we would hope that those three or four guys in the north there would have routed their
Lost
squad
another one.
and started to help fight the light infantry, but they didn't. So we
Yeah.
just kind of had one guy. Yeah, I think that was unlucky with the damage rolls, but also unlucky with the morale rolls. Um,
And here's our limp guy finally showing up
yeah,
late. What's up,
he's,
guys? Like all of his friends are dead.
yeah, leave some for
He's
me.
like limping out there trying to help them.
Yeah,
Uh so this obviously was pretty painful. This is
yeah,
probably the worst expansion we've had so far.
yeah. We lost four guys.
And there's a lot that went wrong. We didn't have our guys got split. They didn't all go for the heavy infantry. Some went for the light. Now that was part of that was by design because we split them up into two squads. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't want people running past them and sniping our commander.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I mean, they ended up getting, it took a long time to route the heavy infantry.
Hmm.
We got really bad damage rolls. Yeah. And we kind of sent in the bare minimum.
I mean, I would
This
have.
is,
I think ideally, I still would have expected like one or two
oh, sure.
casualties,
Sure.
right? So
Those are acceptable losses. This is not really very cool.
no, but I'm not. I don't think. I don't think that affects our like. I mean, affects our like casualties. But
Well,
that was
yeah.
this province here.
Yeah. I mean, we could have moved on to take the trolls out, but
Yeah.
and we're starting a
So
palisade though. So,
yeah, because this province has like 16K pop in it, so we're gonna.
yeah, we have really bad pop.
We
Like
do.
this is like
It's
7, 6. Like this could be basically early age.
it's really
This
bad.
one's decent.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
But oh wait, is this the turn that we have the gold event? We thought, or that was last turn, right?
let's see. Nature event.
So it must have been last turn because we're building. Yeah, yeah.
I just know all the bad events that happen in the future, and I'm looking back at this and I'm like, man, we got some really good events at the beginning.
Well, because we got.
What happened to them all?
I know. Well, but honestly, all the bad events we're getting later are like the shit ton of gold that we got that allows us to build two forts this soon
Yeah.
is so valuable.
Yeah.
Um, that's just really
I mean,
nice.
we've had good. I think when you net it out, good RNG,
Yeah, I think that's totally fine.
but we do pay for this later. Um,
So, all right. So now we started the fort now just because that guy couldn't really do anything much, and then I think we're
right.
reinforcing, not so much reinforcing, but we're bringing like the innate commander to do the new
Well,
fort,
yeah, the
and
Indy commander to pick up fort production, so this guy can reanimate, and then this guy will pick up and lead the troops out of here. Though they're a little afflicted now. This guy's crippled. He's one of the survivors, and
yeah,
then this guy's got a limp. So,
yeah, exactly. And I think we have a Buddha who's site searching, or is that not yet?
yeah, I don't know where he is. He's probably somewhere.
Yeah,
Here he
there he
is.
is.
He's
Yeah.
searching.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we
and
do
we're
have a.
building. We've got this fort coming up not too
Yeah.
long.
Okay. And what?
We're going to hit this deer tribe province with kind of a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Uh, and we're
And
going to be doing one imp summoning because it
mhm,
looks like 70. And a lot of times you have really good sacreds, which gams are really good sacreds,
mhm.
and you're like, oh, I don't care at all about chaff. And if you do like a regen blood bond fortitude kind of bless for garms, they don't care at all about this, like at all.
Yeah.
However, with our bless, chaff actually kind of kills us.
Yeah, it's ironically the best stuff against these giants is just a bunch of humans with spears.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but we spread them
we
out.
are doing some imp summoning, which will help with that.
Yeah. And we're making, like, we can't put them in a line, but we're kind of putting them in a line just by spreading them out. And yeah, hopefully shouldn't be
Yeah.
too much attrition.
And with the imps and all, hopefully that works out. And then we've got this group who took one loss here against these wolf tribe. They are coming over here and taking
Oh,
out these militia archers. This should be pretty easy.
and here you could see the script where I put the two guys who are crippled out
Oh
in
yeah,
front
you put them up front.
so that
Did
hopefully
you?
I
How did
didn't.
you figure out this was the right distance?
I just feeling.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well,
Because it ends up working really well. We'll see
well,
next turn.
actually, no. I
But
mean, not okay. Kind of feeling, but if you look at the other battle, actually, where our guy got crippled, you can see how to figure it out because, like, you can like fast forward and pause when they engage, right? All right, there you
yeah,
go. So that is that position where they've engaged is barely in front of the max forward position you can put your
yeah,
guys on, right? So
yeah,
if you put the crippled guy, he moved forward like what, 4 squares? So
yeah.
if you put him in
Not much.
front, right, and he
Yeah.
moves forward 4 squares, then that'll line up with where the engagement is going to happen, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's good thinking.
it's
I
just
like how
kind of
you.
like, no, I can't be bothered to test these things. I know you might have, but I certainly wouldn't.
No, I don't know if I would.
You know,
I test when it's like mostly. I mean, do expansion testing like everybody, but
yeah, yeah,
mostly for all-in situations. I'm not,
sure,
or if it's some fiddly thing like how do I kill a thug or super combatant,
yeah,
I'll test that
exactly,
sometimes. But
yeah.
I'm not gonna test that shit. Um,
All right.
okay, so I think that's it.
That's
Let's
it.
we'll kind of speed through some of these. Turn 8. See, we're on 20 right now, actually. We got 1 gold from Gripazon. I think we sent him back 1 gold.
Oh, I didn't notice. I actually didn't pay attention to the things we
Oh yeah.
sent back and forth. That's funny.
I
um,
can't remember. I thought I might have put a message too. Or I was like, why did you do that? And he was like, it's faster than saying hello.
that's so funny. All right. Um,
Oh, okay, let's watch these battles.
yeah. So this is
This is the Deer Tribe.
the deer tribe.
And this said 70. I don't think it's 70. This looks like 55 or yeah.
Uh huh.
It's kind of funny. Like once you play Dominions enough, you just kind of look at. I mean, you look at it and you're not actually counting. You just have a sense of how many. It's like a
Right.
very intuitive thing.
Yeah, for
You feel
sure.
like an army scout of old, sitting up there on the field, looking
Hmm.
over. And the imps come down.
Yeah, and that was a pretty. Not that honestly we could have done this with fewer garms, just because the actual number was fewer, and also they were archers, which is right. Half of those numbers were archers, so
Yeah,
it's not that bad. Well, it
oh, it was
was.
60 actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to send too much less. I mean, the thing is, the fewer guys we send, not only is the damage that these guys do going to
hmm,
be concentrated on fewer dudes,
but it'll
but
last
there's
longer.
it'll last longer too.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it'd be actually interesting. I wonder how close this will kind of help us hone our intuition for how overkill we did this. Let's take a look after combat, see how much HP we had left on some of these guys.
Well, so there's four guys that like never did anything. They were just in the back always.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and I
We probably could have sent less. The lowest guys are like 22 and 23.
does
So we
deer
probably could have done like 4 less.
does deer tribe always have field archers?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we could have done less. But anyways, it worked out,
It
and
worked out.
it's also I think helps us to like. I think this turn we needed to have all that army there so we could split it into two, if I remember correctly. We'll look at what we scripted.
Right, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's watch this last battle and we'll take a look. So this is our crypt. This is
Hmm.
Sakanay's cripple scripting.
Let's see. We played it up last turn. I don't know if it
Yeah,
actually works
let's hope it
perfectly, but
works.
yeah, that's pretty good
That's pretty good. They may be crippled, but they can still chop some humans in half.
for sure. And honestly, if there was going to be a Garm that you wanted to take the initial hit, you might as well put it on the crippled guys, right? Like,
Yeah,
if they're
for
gonna
sure.
be the ones that are gonna die.
So do we? I don't think we lost anything here. We
No,
lost 1 long dead. An
it was it
acceptable
was it was
price.
14 militia, so
Yeah.
let's yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
we got some unrest, which is a little annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Some more unrest, a little annoying. A lot of unrest and no taxes. That kind of sucks. The province is going to be kind of shit for a while.
Yeah,
And then Misfortune 3 going ahead and queuing us up for some more bad events. So that's exciting.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, we
and
do.
we see our neighbor now too.
Yes, this is bad news because this neighbor is the other undead reanimating nation with the thaumaturgs.
Right.
Also,
And go ahead.
well, I was gonna say also they have Chud skin shifters,
Right.
which
That's
are
what I was going to
like
say.
very bad news. Although we
Yeah.
don't know their exact bless yet, we do figure it out in a few turns.
Yeah.
And I
We
mean
could
we're
just say larger. Oh, it's basically very similar to
it's our
ours.
yeah we have very similar builds, and it's bad for both of us in the sense that like if we were to fight, it would be pretty nasty
Yeah.
for both players. Um,
Yeah.
but that's
He
kind of
would,
our
I
part.
think they would have a bit of the advantage
I think so.
in a straight fight. However, the defensive advantage, like whoever's fighting into PD and stuff, would probably lose because these guys are very killy. They don't like ours have a lot of protection.
Mm-hmm.
So, if our games were mixed in with a ton of PD, that would be a very different story. It's too
Yeah.
hard. The dog's biting me.
I think the other reason I like their position a bit earlier is that we have. So they have thaumaturgs and its. So they have like the
Right,
reanimators, which are Astral Death and Holy 2. And then they have a separate blood searcher, whereas we combine everything into the Raktapada, which are our
right,
nurses. So obviously I think their two mages are superior, right? Like that's
right.
better. But that freed up a commander slot, so we were able to get like the Royal Malqui or whatever one you want to
Yeah.
assign to
I'm
that slot,
actually
or
kind of
Siphon or whatever.
I've told you I'm a little regretting our Royal Malakui pick a little
Well,
bit.
I think I don't know. Like
It's
I
okay,
I
but the
think we're going
thaumaturg
to.
is better by a lot. It kind of is.
I mean, early, yes, maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think the Royal Malqui is going to do wonders for us in the late game. Like I think there are
Yeah.
going to be things that we are going
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
If we didn't have it, it would like take a lot of effort, and because
Right.
we have it, it'll take little effort. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I that's the way I see it. Anyways, this is a great nation that's to our
Yeah.
west. So
Not somebody we want to eat.
exactly. In fact,
Um,
the opposite. Someone we're really hoping doesn't want to eat us, right?
right. I think we can fend them off, but we cannot fend them off easily. In other words, it would exhaust us.
Yes, for sure.
So, yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, we don't want to do that.
So.
And so we're attacking up. So we actually talked with him this turn. I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, do you want to negotiate borders?" And they were like, "Well, how about we get two provinces and you get one? Like we get these two and you get one of the contested provinces." And I was like, "I think we ended up getting them to send us some gems in order for that." Because I was like, "Now some of this we could, if we wanted to, reinforce from our capital."
Hmm.
And we can go all in and bring blood slaves, right? Like load up this dude on blood slaves. Oh, wait, oh, we can't because this is okay. I was thinking we could move through this, but we don't have it cleared yet. Well, okay. Anyway, I was thinking we could go bust through here and have a big fight, but really we could just only bring these guys. And I
Yeah.
don't. We would maybe win a bump, but it would be bloody. Better to negotiate. But we could have had somebody here. If we had a squad here, they could have made it to this province in time. Or, I mean, for all he knew, we could have done some massive reinforcement, but he could have maybe done it too.
Yeah.
So,
So we negotiated. We got some Earth gems, I think,
right.
and
And he gets this province and we get this one.
right.
And this is a really shitty province, actually. I don't know if he knew this at the time, but
Mm.
I certainly wasn't looking at it. It's a horrible province.
I mean,
Therefore, it should be ours because apparently that is our destiny is to
right.
collect all the bad provinces on the
To
board.
be fair, the one below it is also pretty shitty. I think.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think either of them is very exciting.
Well, I mean,
Um,
if it's 9,000, that's a big difference than like 4,000.
yeah, no, I think it's like I think it's also
You think
four
it's also
thousand
that
is
bad?
pretty bad.
I don't know what happened this game.
So
Um,
yeah. So anyways, we're taking the forest trolls, the horse tribe,
right,
and our last cap circle.
right. So yeah, we're taking this out with this goon squad over here. We're splitting this party. Have a fair number give hit the horse tribe, and some of them come over here for the forest trolls.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go see how that plays out. Turn 9. Here we go. First battle.
I think
Got a
this
little bait
is
squad to hopefully soak up some lance charges and some other things. I think one of our guys gets. Do they get diseased here? I feel like they do. Oh no, not yet. Oh, we kind of missed the fight, but they killed a bunch of horses.
yeah. This is what happened.
We lost one
We lost one
Chirurgeon.
guy. That's all right.
Yeah. And we've got a battle down here
This is our
in
cap
Sermiak.
circle with the cripple squad out in front.
Again, Sakonag's beautiful scripting and attention to detail. These are the limp guys, I think, that are in the very
Yeah,
front. And the
exactly.
crippled dude is still lagging a little bit. I think we're going to lose that one. Now, some of our guys are actually running.
I guess because they never got hit, so he didn't go
Yeah,
berserk.
all right. I can't remember if he made it off the field. Yeah, he did,
Yeah,
and he made it back to friendly province.
good
So,
for him.
and then we have a bump here, and this bump is actually brutal. So,
Yeah,
Satullus is attacking with elite warriors, and these are, in many ways, like
the perfect counter to
the
our Sapiens.
perfect counter to Garms. 1 second, I'm gonna pause real quick.
Sure, sure.
Two and one. All right, I have unpaused. Sorry,
Okay.
my we're going completely bonkers. So we were talking about the elite warriors and how they murder Gamherdings.
Yeah. This nation has Zeadans, if I remember correctly, and Knights of the Chalice,
Mm-hmm.
which are the recruit anywhere heavy cav from Marignan, and the Satis based nation. So we didn't know what he would be expanding with, because if he was expanding with Zeadans, then a bump would be great.
Right.
And we actually scripted anticipating a potential bump, in particular
Mm-hmm.
with Zeadans, right? So we had our guys scripted. Well, you'll see actually our script next in the next battle. But yeah, they take on the trolls.
And I think they just. But we brought a fair number of dudes, and you can see the guys in the back anticipating attack rear.
Yeah, so we had a bait squad for Zeadans. Unfortunately, it's not Zeadans; it's Elite Warriors.
Got some imps. So first round of combat, he's lost 5 dudes. We've lost 2. But a lot of our guys are getting low now, and then we lose 2 more. And so now, if you look at it, we've lost 4 dudes, and they've lost um, like 7, which is not a good trade at all.
Because we can only kill one per turn per Garm, right?
Right. And they die like this guy's toast. And one of the things that makes these guys, there's a few things that makes them good. One is we don't have great protection, so the bite can do damage. And the trident is long enough that we can't repel it, and it's a very
Mm-hmm.
high damage attack.
Yeah.
So, and our armies have actually routed, but these guys have berserk, and his squad has routed.
Because the one thing about Elite Warriors is they only have 9 morale.
Right. And we've killed a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have won this combat. Like if these guys didn't run, he would have won. But that's kind of the thing with Garms is you have to kill them before they make you run. You don't have to kill them before you die. You have to kill them before they make you run.
Yeah.
So we end up taking the day here, but at grievous cost. Um, now he is a druid that didn't end up running, and we end up cutting him in half.
Yeah, in terms of gold cost, it's actually similar because Elite Warriors are what 15 each.
Yeah,
So, and our guys are 55 each.
right.
Yeah,
I think it
so
was about the same in gold.
it's about the
I
same
know
in
we
gold,
calculated it. Yeah.
but
However,
it's cap recruitment for us, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah. We don't want to be in the business of trading Trojans for elite warriors. We want to get out of that business.
absolutely.
We had a couple more battles here. This was against Horse Tribe.
I think
Did we already watch
yeah,
these?
we watched those. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what was our event? -3 Dominion. Okay. So we actually don't really have many more places to expand up here. I think we asked for a nap with these guys and they accepted, and so we're leaving this for them.
Well, which actually, if you look at it, we already have the 3 provinces on the shared border, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So even though that ended up being So this turn, we actually attacked two of the provinces on the shared border, right? So it was a pretty
Right.
aggressive move,
Yeah.
right? And we got him. So even though it cost us some garms, that means we have excellent positioning. I mean, actually,
Right.
if you look at things now, we have ideal border to our north, ideal border to our east.
Right.
Um, to the west, we only have one of the two. And
Right.
then to the south, we have two because that forest to the east is kind of landlocked. It's ours
Right.
guaranteed. And then the bottom, and then there's like a wasteland with 100 barbs. So
Yeah.
we might
Nobody wants to fight.
we might go for it, but even
It'll
if
be a
we don't,
while.
who cares? Yeah. So
Um,
already the
yeah, so
borders
it's
are looking
pretty
pretty good. Yeah.
really good for expansion in terms of number of provinces.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, most of our provinces are hot, steaming piles of shit. Um,
Yeah.
but this one's good. We got one good one.
Yeah.
Well, two kind of. I like 9,000. But like this one, we were like, oh, it's a farmland. No, not. It's a fake farmland. It's a
It's a
7,000
it's a
population
farmland
farmland.
with mountains in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
Um.
building a lab,
So,
I think. A lot of infrastructure.
yeah, I think a lab's coming up here.
Hmm.
And this will be done this next turn, which means we could maybe start doing a Buddha, but I think we won't have enough money to because we're also going to be trying to upgrade this fort. So,
Yeah.
um, and we're pulling a lot of people back to the cap. I think with the idea of maybe trying to hit this, which has the Titan chassis and stuff in it this next turn.
Yeah.
Because we're basically done with expansion now. We have this we can hit basically whenever. If we want to, we might wait a turn and hit this, and then have these guys move up here and take this. But we'll go ahead and we'll just pull up next
Yeah,
turn
we'll
and
just
talk about
go.
it there.
Yeah.
All right, so these are the gems coming in from Mammon, who we negotiated with the border. So they have a favorable border with us. We get a message from Gripazon, writing his burdensome hi.
This
That
is they're the ones who sent us the one gold because it was too
yeah.
hard. Yeah.
I thought it's actually fun. I didn't realize it, but they're actually kind of role playing because I made their nation the cult of laziness. Yeah,
Mm.
it was actually as a role playing message.
There you go.
All right, and we found two sites, two really really good sites. This is a
Yep.
4 gem province now. So Banefire Brazier, which gives heat and death, and a fire and a death gem, and Earthblood Seepage, which gives 2 earth. So this is a huge, like super invaluable province right here.
Yeah, that's very nice. And these are like gems. This is exactly the gem income that we want, right? Because we want to make lanterns, we want to make reanimation items,
Yeah.
and like hammers and stuff like that. So it's really good.
Yeah, well, I mean, pretty much all the things this guy finds, we're gonna want.
Right, right,
So,
right. No, well, yes. Okay, fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Here. I get attacked by some dogs here. I managed to repel them with just the most budget PD you've ever seen.
I think that's just 6 human PD, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like don't worry, we got this. No, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
I would have been annoying to lose this though, but we also find our eastern neighbor this turn. I don't
That's
think we have any
true.
battles, right? Yeah,
No.
not really. Oh,
Did
we
we
got attacked by knights here.
did we know that this was coming?
I don't think so. I think
I
this was
don't think
just
so.
completely
I think
random.
we just happened to have a whole bunch of garms in this province, right?
Yeah. Which, I mean, on one hand, um, shit, we lost 2 Garms, but on the other hand, we got to keep this province
Yeah.
without losing a turn of income. So,
And it would have messed up our logistics because, as you can see, we are planning to take the
right.
Anunnaki province next turn.
Yeah.
So that would have been delayed if we had to. Um,
So, to our east, though, we have encountered Vinland,
mhm.
Goat Curry, if I
um,
recall that is there. Oh, and they have, I didn't notice, they have the Gray Ones as their pretender chassis.
right. And
But these,
Go ahead.
This nation I really like. There's some nations in this game I would not be excited to play
Mm-hmm.
if we did like a new game where you just picked somebody else's nation, not your own.
Right, right. This is
This
a
one
good
would be
one.
a ton of fun to play.
Yeah. They got Van Heers,
Yeah.
Black Centaurs. They got Dryads. Um, yeah, just a good setup. And they have the
Yeah.
Master Smiths.
Yeah. They have a lot of fuckery they can do. Like there's a
Mm-hmm.
ton of really good options. I think this and they're gonna research like crazy, obviously, with the Master Smiths. So
Yeah, for sure. But it's turn, like,
we
oh yeah.
okay.
Well,
I
okay.
was gonna say we're sending them some gems, which is going to be enough for them to make the first hammer, and then they're going to use that hammer to make their hammer. And then once they have two hammers, they're going to use one of them, which is to be ours, to forge, I think, four air quills or five air quills and send them to us. Which
Yeah.
for them, it's going to be one gem apiece.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, it would, it's going to be nice to have them. And we don't have construction for a while. They don't have any earth income
That's
to
the
speak
thing.
of.
So they have Master Smiths, but they didn't really have any Earth. So we're kind of
Right.
jump starting their crafting economy here.
Right.
But getting the four Alquils is probably worth it because I think our research total so far this game is 0.
Yeah.
So right? Is it
Is it
is it
that
not
bad?
literally 0? Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
No, look, Blood
no,
One. We did a bit.
we've done a
I
little
think
bit
I
here.
think I think on turn 1 or something we didn't. We had nothing to do with the Buddha, so we researched a bit. That is literally the only research we have done this entire game.
Yeah. Shit. It's not good. We're really a research nation too. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
it, but all of our good stuff is really tech locked. I mean, we have some things that are gonna, like reanimation we can do at the beginning, which we did to not be greedy, but
Hmm.
all of our good stuff is by technology, and we have means to have really good research. We have to get our Buddha out, making the research boosters and stuff.
Hmm.
But
Now, yeah, what I was gonna say though is we actually had these borders already like last turn, and on the last turn we saw like no sign of them on their border, so they're really struggling with their expansion somehow.
yeah, I
Um,
think they had really hard indies,
could
and they
be.
also made what to me seems a little bit of a questionable decision in terms of expansion.
Hmm.
They've chosen to expand with centaurs, you can see, rather than with
Van Heers.
Van Heers. And it depends on the bless you get for Van Heers, but Van Heers can be one of the creme de la creme expansion
Mm-hmm.
units. Um, you need a pretty strong bless for them to be absolutely crazy.
But the thing is,
So,
like, centaurs are fantastic. The thing is,
yeah.
centaurs take a lot of resources, um, and Van Heers don't. Right? Van Heers are like 9 resources, right?
Let's pull it up.
Let's check. So 16. Okay. Oh, actually, it's less than I thought.
Hmm.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah.
21, 28. Yeah.
28,
Okay.
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, there's nothing. Maybe a mix. I don't know. I feel like these are one of the best early game units. They kind of fall off later. Um, and I would like if nothing else, I would just want to have a pile of them for my first war. But
Now, that being said, given their mage lineup, I'm not sure who you can afford to recruit to bless them. Right? It would have to be dryads, I guess, but
Mhm.
220 for like per expansion party leader is expensive, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess you could just run around with indie commanders with these guys. So
Yeah, because like we have like 70 gold Raktapada or whatever, right? That
yeah,
to lead our sacred.
and the morale penalty doesn't matter when you've got berserkers. So
Mhm. Anyways, so
um,
I just wanted to point out how like they've like our borders. We're starting off with friendly relations with this economic trading that we're doing, but that's layered on top of the fact that we have the full border on them, the full border
yeah,
advantage.
I
So
mean they're still working on their cap circle.
right,
And this, like these two provinces, they're still working on. They just took this, and we already have all three of the contested, and we've had them for turns.
right. So in other words, if they want to be friendly, which it looks like they want to be, then I'm right. Nothing better than you have the border advantage and the neighbor wants to be friendly with you. I'll take that. Right. I'll take
Yeah,
that any
I
day.
think we would do okay in a first war against them. Um,
Yeah.
and honestly, they have a real. I think they have a kind of like an anti-timing to us. Like early game, our very early game is probably stronger than theirs. Their mid game is stronger than ours, though. I think by a margin, and then our late game is stronger than theirs. But also, a lot of our mid game fuckery won't work with them. Like Shaitan, you can't seduce stealthy dudes very easily. So
True. But I would like to go to war with him because we could shaitan their master smiths. Right.
yeah.
Like
Oh boy, that is true.
it's not like yes, we like militarily that wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, it's probably worth militarily to shaitan some master smiths, but like,
Yeah.
um, right? Because their other stuff is stealth. That's true.
Hmm.
But yeah, we get the master smiths at least. Um,
That's a really good point. Shit, I really want to. Well, it and this is one thing I have learned in this game is that having a good, trustworthy ally, which I don't know, I trust Maryland a lot, even though other he's broken naps with other people.
mhm.
Some of that is just that we have a friendship, so I don't think he'll. If we go to war, I think it will be in an honorable way. But um, there's a lot of value in having a good, competent ally, and
Yeah,
anyway, he's proven himself to be that in other games. So hopefully we don't have to go to war. But if we do, oh boy, would it be great to get some Master Smiths.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, can you imagine it? We have like 7 Shaitan on one fort, and they just insta yoink, or maybe 10, because we could have 10, and they insta yoink the entire mage court inside that fort.
Yeah, well, because yes, what's he gonna do about it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. So
that's the
this
thing.
turn, we're sending in the goon squad.
Yes.
And we've got our prophet, the chief chirurgical sales officer. We've got. Oh, we didn't end up Sabbathing them up.
I think we did.
I thought we did.
This might not be. Maybe it's not
Maybe it's not the final term.
the final
Because I
turn.
thought we would Sabbath them up, because you don't
Yeah.
need these guys, but this doesn't look like a finished script.
We'll
But
see.
basically, we're going to try to
Yeah,
do Power of the Reborn King on our Long Dead.
we'll see next turn what the actual script ended up
Yeah.
being.
We're pinging these thrones now, because we're done with expansion.
Yeah,
We also, to our south, see the Rotarius and Lion Warriors.
and interestingly, they're expanding with Rotarius, right?
Right.
Um, and
And
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we didn't know this at first because we're just looking at this and we're like, huh, this is a little weird, but like not that weird. Because I'm imagining you have like 10 Lion Warriors in the front and Retarii in reserve, and maybe when you take heavy cav and you want somebody to eat lance charges,
Mm-hmm.
you toss a couple up in front. Um, Anyway, like that I think is the way to use it. But what I have heard is that they've been using a ton of Retarii in a lot of expansion and having them kind of mixed in with the Lion Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been having huge attrition and are very small.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have worked out for
Yeah.
them.
But this will be an easy expansion for them here.
Yeah,
So, um, yeah, we're going to go ping this. I think that's it. Anything left for this turn?
I think that's it. Yeah, I'm curious to see how we actually scripted the fight against the Anunnaki.
All right. Well, I think we'll have to save that. We're at 40 minutes, so I think we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah, sounds good. And
And
yeah, and as a important milestone, this is the second episode in the series, and we have still done no research.
is that right?
I know, right?
I mean, look, man, research is greedy at the very beginning of the game,
I,
most of the time.
yes, I'm just. I mean, we agreed on this strategy.
We agreed on this. We're doing it.
We're doing it. Where we
We're
going?
doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
See you guys then.
Take care.